everyone, welcome back to my channel EduVibe. Today we will start with the another topic of matter and chemical bonding, which is the Lewis structure and the structural formulas. Today's topic is very important related to covalent bonding theory, as I told you in the previous lesson. So today's topic and the next lesson which we do, the Vesper theory, they both are very important topics, and that you have some questions related to this always that in the examination. And how can we make that Lewis structures with the covalent bonding theory? Let's get to know about this. So first, for doing that original Lewis structures, we will doing some types of formulas for the molecular substance. So we have some molecular substances and they have the different types of formulas we can create it using that thing. So one of the thing is like first one is the empirical formula. The empirical formula is the simplest whole number ratio of the atoms in a compound. So that's how we have like this CH2O. So CH2O is like the simplest whole number ratio of the atoms in a compound. So this is that how the empirical formula look like. So this is very simple type of formula. When we get some questions related to this, we get the formula in this form sometimes. That CH2O is that type of empirical formula we do. Next one, we have molecular formula. So molecular formula is most familiar to do. So it shows the actual number of atoms that are covalently bound to make up the each molecule, usually arranged to show some atom configuration. So they show like how many C's we have in whole part. Like we have two C's in whole, so they put two C's first. Then we have four H, so they four hydrogen, and then we have two oxygens, so they put two oxygen. So they are like, if they are 12 carbons in the whole formula, so they write first the C12, then the H4O2. So that's type of the molecular formula look like this too. The CH3COOH can be written also in that form, like if we write it in the molecular formula, so it's C2H4O2. So you can see that both are the same but have different types of things. So then we have the third one, we have the Lewis formula, which we do today. So the Lewis formula is not with like formula type, not with like this, or not with like anything. We will use that, we will make the bonds with the dots. So shows the electron sharing and the formation of the stable valence odds of the electrons in molecules and ions. Always draw this structure first. So when we do questions, we firstly draw this Lewis structure, then we move on to the what they ask in the question. So there's like if we have like these two pair of electrons, like only one, so this means they have a single bond. This also single bond, this also, and the all other single bonds. So we show the pair of electrons, like we have one pair, so it means single bond. Two pair of electrons, so the double bond. Three pairs, we have a triple covalent bond. So Lewis formula we will do with the dots. As I told you, electron dot structure also called the Lewis structure. So that's why they call the Lewis structure, because we use dots in this. The fourth type we have the structural formula. From this we can make the structure formula. So structural formula shows the which atoms are bound and type of covalent bond is represented by the number of lines drawn between atomic particles. If we have the one for a single covalent bond, so we made like single lines. If we have a double covalent bond, so we can make double one. If we have triple, so we make triple ones. Like in this, if we made this type of thing in the structural formula, so this can be made like this, and this, and these letters are kept over there because they are not connected with any other element or the compound. So that's how the structure formula look like. They are more like Lewis structure formula we do more in today's lesson. Now the other ones are like simple ones. So the last one we have the stereochemical formula. This is very important for the next lesson. These type of structures, these stereochemical formula structures called the Vesper theory. We are relating this with the Vesper theory. These are like the 3D molecular shaped, which are based on Vesper theory. Vesper theory is very important theory which we do in the next lesson. So this type of thing we made, but in today's lesson we are not focused on this. We are focused more on the structural formulas and the Lewis formula. This will do in the next lesson. More we'll learn about in this in next lesson. So let's move on to the example for the structural formulas and types. So the question says that Lewis formula we have to draw and the structure formula draw for the oxygen dichloride. So how can we make this? Oxygen dichloride we have to make. So firstly we have to know that what is called, that we have to make the empirical formula for this. So oxygen dichloride, this is O, and this has two negative and this has Cl which has negative. So this is Cl2, and when we transfer this, so we can make Cl2 like this, or you can directly make this Cl2 if you don't want this, because we have dichloride. This means this has 2OCl2. So now we have to make the Lewis one first. So for the Lewis structure, we know how to make the dot structure. So firstly, we have two Cl2 and we have one O. So we have to use all that three things we have in this. So we have two Cl2, we have to use this, and we have one O, so we have to use this too. So for O, how many valence shells they have? The valence electrons they have in outermost shell they have. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So they have 6 in the valence electron. So now the Cl has a 7 of them. So if there's 7 of them and if they connect with this, if we can add one single bond with this, and rest of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this was the seventh one, and so this will complete that octal rule, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And oxygen now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We want one more, which will come from the next Cl, like same. So we will make this. Now all the things have the same number of electrons, 8. We completed the octal rule. So that's how the Lewis structure made. So if now we want for the structural formula, so for the structural one, the same we could use in this. So they all have it. This is a single bond. So this is single bond. This is single bond. So we directly made this. So it's Cl. So it's Cl single bond O single bond Cl. So this is how they will made. This line will show the single covalent bond. So that's how we can make the Lewis structure and the structure formula with any of these. So this is like kind of a simple one. Let's move on to some like level 2 of this. So we have to find the Lewis formula. We have to draw the Lewis formula and the structure formula for the nitride ion. So what is nitride? Nitride is a polyatomic atom. So this has NO2 negative. So this is NO2 negative, or we can say one negative they have. So this is NO2 negative. First we have to make the Lewis one. So this is kind of different aspect we follow, but the everything remains the same. So firstly we have an N. So we have N in the center and we have two O's now. So in the outermost shell of N, how many we have done? So we have 5 in the valence electron. We have 5 for nitrogen. So as we have made that nitrogen has 5 of them, because the protons they have the 15, they have 15 protons, and the 15, and after that we left with 5 only. So we made like, we have to make like now very like, have to focus on this, that we have two O's too, and O's have like 6 of them in outermost. So when we made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have to focus on this, that how can we make that thing, because this have 5. So we made 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this we have to make like this. But now how can we connect this with O2, because O2 has not anything. So we can, with our convenience, we can move some of the electrons like this. So if we want some O2 related to the nitrogen to complete their octet rule, so we kept over there 2, we made 2's over there. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This O2 complete their octet rule. Now nitrogen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 5 of them. But they need 8 to complete this rule too, and this need 2 more. So we will erase this. and we have 1 over there, so we made 1 over there, and we kept this one because now this is only 1, so we not put like 2 electrons straight to this, because this is 1, so this is also 1. So you remember that this is 1, so this is also 1, so the one pair of electrons, not the 3, or the 3 electrons are not all the pairs, so this remains this. So we leave 8 over there. 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, nitrogen complete. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now the oxygen has only 6 of them, no, 7 of them. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So oxygen also have now 7 only. D one more. So you can see that we have some negative sign over there. This negative sign means that they gain one electron. So again, ability to lose one electron. So lose one electron means they put that electron. We have one electron extra, which is shows in the, like, which is like shows type of minus we have. So we can make this electron over there. So when we make this electron, we have to put the bracket on it, and we put -1 like this. That the one electron is the extra one, which is made NO2. So now this will made NO2 with -1. So which is also look like this. Stays the same. The ionic ion, and this is now the same kind of thing. For the structural one too, we have to make same type of this. So we have double bond of this and single bond of O, and this will like square bracket, and we have -1 like this. So that's how the Lewis structure and the structural formula look alike. So you have to know this, because by the next lesson we do a Vesper theory. So this is the core part of that. We have to know this, then we will know that how the Vesper theory works. So that's all for this lesson. We will do the Lewis structure and the structural formulas, and different types of other formulas, but the main focus is the Lewis formula. In the next lesson we'll do the Vesper theory, which is the main topic, and like we are now by the next 2-3 lessons we completed by this unit, and we will have to only some theory part after that. So learning myself with EduVibe, learn smarter but not harder. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, let me in the comment section. See you in the next lesson. Till then, stay connected with EduVibe.